What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Bree, and in today's video we are doing a full get ready with me. We did makeup, we did hair, we did outfit, and I love how it all came out. Definitely a few bumps in the road on the way, but we got our pony going. Got a few little tendrils out. Face is beat with this brown smoky eye. Loving how this turtleneck bodysuit turned out, since it is fall. It's fall, y'all. But it is still 80 degrees here in Texas. So we gotta do a little smidge of fall, but still be comfortable enough to be outside in 80-degree weather. So if you're interested to see how I came to this final look, then keep on watching. All right, y'all, so let's get started with this beat. First, we gotta make sure those lips are moisturized. I love this Fresh Beauty lip balm, it's always good. And then I'm also using my Bobbi Brown face base. I had already done my skincare earlier in the day, but wanted to make sure that my face was moisturized to make sure that my beat was flawless. All right, next up I'm using this Milk Blur face primer. I've had it for quite a bit and I've used it a few times and I do like it. I feel like it does a good job of blurring out my pores, so that way my look just looks seamless. And then I'm also going in with my YSL primer. Really do love this primer. Like I mentioned in a past video, that it does have like a silky finish, so I feel like my face does enjoy it and it works well with the products that I use. So y'all know this Makeup Forever powder is bae right now, so I'm going in with it all over my face. I've started using a brush now instead of the sponge that came with it, and I do like it. I feel like it kind of helps with the mist and I don't get powder everywhere when I'm using it, but I do like using a brush to apply it. Next up, we got to get these brows together. So of course I'm going to speed through this one since I've kind of shown a few times how I do my brows, but of course I love the Morphe brow pencil, only $6. I use it in the shade Java. It never fails me, so that is what I'm using today to get the best brow look. So after setting my brows, I like to use this NARS Soft Matte Concealer. I have been thinking about going to get a shade that is a little bit more closer to my skin tone, but I love this shade in Biscuit. But it definitely helps me to carve out my brows because I do mess up, of course, with the pencil, but just going over it with the concealer helps clean them up and give me that sharp, crisp brow that I like. Alright, so we're switching things up a little bit today. I'm actually going to be doing my eyeshadow first. So I'm using this NARS Creamy Concealer in Biscuit once again, and I'm getting that blended out just to kind of give my eyes that good base that we need for the colors that I am using today. And then I am also going to set this concealer with my Makeup Forever powder, but this is going to be in shade 3 in the lighter one, just to make sure everything is blended out and also to avoid any creasing later on in the evening. Alright, so I'm trying something new. I picked up this makeup tape from Sephora. Y'all forgive me, I was struggling a little bit trying to figure out if I could tear it. So of course I went and got some scissors and just making sure that I measure it correctly. But I wanted that crisp precision with my eyeshadow today. So I've seen quite a few people use makeup tape. I believe this is what it's called. I'll have it linked down below. But as you see here, I'm just kind of getting it measured so that it fits my eye. And you want to angle it so that way it will kind of give you, like I said, that sharp precision with your eyeshadow. And I like to use it of course before you put on any concealer or foundation, because you don't want to mess it up. But it went on pretty good. Now for eyeshadow, I'm using my Glam by Sham, her Natural Glam palette. Love this palette. I will definitely have it linked below. But I'm starting off with that orange shade. I will have all the shade names listed below as well. But starting off with that orangey shade just to kind of give me a good transition color. It did come off a little bit more orange than I would have liked, but I knew once I kept going with the look, I can get it to where I wanted it to be. Now for our lid color, we're going in with the shade MILF, I believe. It's like chocolate brown color. I did get this look off of Pinterest, so it's like a brown smoky eye. So the picture that I saw, the young lady had the brown shade all over her lid, so that's what we're going in with right now. It definitely came up not as chocolatey as I would have liked, but as you'll see later on in the video, I just continue to kind of layer it to get it to that shade that I really like. But other than that, this shade is really pretty. Alright, so I'm going in with a darker shade now because I said it just wasn't giving me that dark brown that I really wanted. So I'm just going to continue layering this color on just to make it a little bit darker because it is going to be a brown smoky eye, and I feel like it was a light brown smoky eye so far. But once I got done with that color, I am going back in with that transition shade just to make sure everything is blended out since these colors are very different. You don't want any harsh lines. Alright, so we're done with the eyes for now, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this tape, and as you can see, it is pretty sharp. I like it, so I will definitely continue using this later on. I know some people will go ahead and put eyeliner on then, but I didn't want to. I wanted to wait, but so far so good. I am liking it. So next up, we're going to do concealer. I'm switching up my makeup routine. Going to do concealer first, so I'm going in with my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer. Love this product. It is definitely good. I watched Tasha Washa or Natasha on YouTube. She has 2 channels, but she actually layers this product. So she goes in with her Kevyn Aucoin first, and then as you'll see in a little bit, I'm going to go over that with my Too Faced concealer, and it is Chef's Kiss. So I'm going to let that concealer sit and go in with my foundation. I am switching up my routine a little bit. I heard it is best to do concealer first and then go in with your foundation because it helps with creasing instead of you layering concealer on top of foundation. But I'm using my favorite foundation by NARS, their Natural Radiant one. It is looking a little muddy on camera, but trust me, it all comes together. But I'm just kind of playing around with this new technique and figuring out what works best for me. But I'm just getting that foundation on in the areas where I do not have concealer. All right, next up is cream contour. I've been using this Huda Beauty foundation stick for quite some time now. I really do like it, and I always blend it out now with a beauty blender. I'm working more on my technique when it comes to blending instead of like rubbing it in, more so like pouncing it on the skin is the best way to go. And I feel like it is working very well, and it's getting the product blended without disturbing my foundation or anything. Time to blend out this concealer. So I actually like to go in with a blending brush first before I go in with my beauty blender, just to kind of mark out the areas of where I want that concealer to lay. I feel like it helps me when I am blending it out with a beauty blender or just a makeup sponge. I do have the Beauty Bakery makeup sponge, but I always say beauty blender. But I do feel like it helps me because if I just go in before doing this technique, I feel like my concealer is all over the place and I'm having to really blend it out and control it. but I feel like doing this first helps me control where I want it to be, and I'm able to stay within the line, so to speak, when it comes to blending out my concealer and it not looking too crazy. So taking my Beauty Bakery makeup sponge, getting that concealer blended out. I know it looks real crazy right now, but like I said, trust the process. It's all gonna come together. But making sure that I am staying where I want that concealer to lay. And as you'll see here in a second, I have quite a bit of harsh lines with my concealer, where you see like where my foundation starts and where the concealer starts. It was just looking real choppy on the face. So what I like to do is to flip my sponge over. So basically using the end where I was blending out my contour and go over my face just to blend out those harsh lines, because as you see my face right now, it is very choppy, so we don't want no harsh lines. I think they call it harsh lines of demarcation or something. I probably butchered that, but as you can see, it's starting to blend out a lot better and not look as crazy. So I want to get my face set, so I'm going in with my Milk Hydro Grip setting spray, just to kind of lay everything down before I go in with my setting powder. I feel like this helps my face last a lot longer throughout the evening or throughout the day. But I like to go in with that Makeup Forever powder first, and go ahead and get that concealer set, because this is going to help you with creasing. As quickly as you can get that concealer set, you will avoid creasing in your eyes, which I know a lot of people do struggle with. So as soon as you get that concealer on, if you want to go in with your setting spray, do that, and then immediately go in to set it with your powder. Of course, you all know I use a loose powder, and then I also go in with powder foundation. Switching that up as well. I used to do the opposite, do powder foundation and then the loose powder, but I've been watching the girls, and the girls have been doing loose powder first, so that's what we're doing. All right, new step. I'm actually going to take my loose setting powder and I'm going to diffuse the top of my eye underneath the brow. I learned this from Savannah Silver, also on YouTube. And basically she does this to kind of help make your shadow blend a little bit better. So I'm sure you can kind of see a difference here of where it looks more diffused. All right, now we're going to set the entire face. I love this Sephora Micro Bake Smoothing Powder. I use the shade Mahogany or D56. This powder is really, really good. I love it. I haven't really found one better than it, but as you can see, it pretty much brings the entire face together. So as you saw earlier, when I was making sure that I didn't have any harsh lines, I feel like going over your face with a powder that is the same shade as you is perfect. I'm also trying to snatch this contour. So this is something that I do struggle with, but I'm taking that Makeup Forever setting powder and kind of carving out my contour. Y'all, I need to practice a little bit, so bear with me, but it's supposed to kind of chisel it out and make it look a lot more defined, so I kind of give you that real snatched face. I'm also going to use this powder under my eye. I was struggling with getting powder out of the container, so that's why you don't even see much of it on my sponge, but I was trying to make it work, but it didn't really work, so I just took my powder brush and swept that away, but kept my contour powder on. So to finish setting my under eye concealer, I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty Powder Foundation. I love this one as well. So just making sure that that under eye is set so we don't have any creasing. And then also helps with controlling oil throughout the day and night as well. All right, so we got that powder off. Now it's time for a bronzer. Loving my Morphe bronzer, and it's also going to help clear up some of that powder that I just could not get off of my skin after trying to snatch my contour. But I do feel like it all came together in the end. But Morphe bronzer is really good. I'm also going to snatch this nose up a little bit, so taking some of that powder and blending it into the eyebrows sort of, and then bringing it down just to kind of even out that concealer that I had on my nose. All right, y'all, so back on these eyes, I've actually switched palette. I'm using my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Wasn't too satisfied with my transition shade, so I went in with more of a cranberry color to kind of warm it up, kind of give it that true fall look, and I feel like that helped it bring it all together. And then I still wasn't satisfied with the eyeshadow, so I went in with a more darker brown, and I feel like it all started to finally come together. As I said in the beginning, y'all, there was some bumps in the road and I was really trying to get this eye look together, but I feel like it helped. All right, so we got to get the eyelashes together. So I'm going in with my Lancome mascara primer. I do like this eyelash primer, but sometimes it does make my eyelashes a little bit crunchy by the time I do go in with mascara. So that's just something to consider. But I do feel like my lashes do look good overall in the end. Alright, so eyeliner is done, so I want to smoke out my under eye. So I'm taking this Juvia's Place brown eyeliner. I really do like it. It's kind of got a little bit of a crayon-y consistency, if that makes sense. Not necessarily gel or like a true pencil, but I'm going to put this on first before I go over it with eyeshadow a little bit later, but definitely love the color of this one. I'm also going to use my Morphe black gel eyeliner. Y'all, I really like this eyeliner, but it dries out so quickly, and I know I make sure to close the lid tight, but I feel like I can only get through like half of it before I have to replace it. But other than that, it really is a good eyeliner. Alright, so I'm going to get my lashes prepped before I go in with my false eyelashes. So I'm using my NARS Climax mascara. I hope you guys caught it on sale. I believe that was a few weeks ago. It was half off at Sephora and Ulta, so snagged it for $12. Hey! But I really do like this mascara. It's up there with my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. So for me, when it comes to false lashes, I like to apply the glue directly to my eyelid. Don't ask me why, it just works better for me when it comes to applying false lashes. So that's what I'm using here, is my Duo Lash glue. And then I'm also going to go ahead while that dries and put on my blush. I'm using my MAC Raisin blush. It is a perfect like plum color, and it blends really well in with the bronzer that I already have on, and just kind of defines the look a little bit more. I did go a little bit ham, so I had to fix it with my face powder in the end, but other than that, the face is snatched. Alright, so I got to add a little bit of highlight. I know a lot of people are getting out of highlighter, but I still love a good glow on my face. So I'm using this Fenty Beauty highlighter. It's kind of like a champagne gold. It's really pretty. I feel like it goes really well with my skin tone. And then we got our false lashes. Y'all saw me apply these lashes in my first Get Ready With Me video. I feel like they went on so much better. I feel like lashes, after the first couple of uses, they just go on super easy. But yeah, I love how these lashes look, and it gives you, like I said, that ba ba boom. Alright, so my lashes are on, and I want to continue smudging out my under eye for the smoky look. So I'm going in with the darkest brown shade in the Natural Glam by Sham palette, and going in under eye with my smudger brush, just to kind of give that sexy smoky eye look. And then I also want to highlight the inner corners of my eyes, so I'm going in with that light champagne highlight just to kind of make my eyes pop a little bit more. So the face is about 95% done. Of course, I'm going to go back in with lips, but I'm going to go ahead and set my face, break out this fan, and get it all set and done. But I love how the look comes out. It looks good. Now, of course, I got to get those bottom lashes with my NARS mascara just to bring the entire look together. But I love how it all came out. It's always, of course, just trusting the process, because during you're like, oop, I don't know about this, but then, like I said, I really do love how this entire look came out. All right, new location, who dis? So I had to move to my bathroom to get this hair together. Not sure what that white stuff was. I did have my hair in a slick back pony, so I'm pretty sure that was probably product residue. But we are doing a middle part ponytail today. So before you guys saw me, I had went ahead and flat ironed my hair just to get it somewhat straight so that it'll lay properly. And I'm using this Auntie Jackie's foam wrap basically. I didn't have any gel on hand, so I figured this mousse would help just to kind of set my hair and basically mold it into the best pony that it could be and get it together and before I go in with my drawstring ponytail. But as you can see here, I've got my side tendrils out, so I'm trying to get the first part of my ponytail together. I heard if you can cut your hair in half basically and start with one ponytail and get that together, and then that way it kind of helps you mold the top part. And then I'm also going to take a couple of pieces of the top and front part of my hair out as well, so we'll just have just a couple of little tendrils out for this look. Alrighty, so to get my hair ready for this ponytail, I'm going to go ahead and twist it up and then wrap it in a small bun around my head just to get my hair out of the way. I don't know why I thought I had wrapped all my hair around until I turned around and I was like, oh, I still got a whole nother piece left. But yeah, I'm just securing those with some bobby pins. But now for the star of the show, we got our 18-inch curly drawstring ponytail. Picked this up from my local beauty supply store. Just something cheap and cute you can wear a couple of times. I did wash and deep condition it is kind of tangly, but I kind of like the wild look, a little lioness action if you will. But it does have two clips. I am no hairstylist, y'all, so I do struggle with putting this pony in, but hey, she was in, she was secure, so I told my friends, don't look at her, don't touch her. Let her be in her moment and help her be secure. But I'm taking that drawstring and wrapping it around the ponytail just to get it somewhat secure as well. But it was looking decent, so I did like how it came out. I probably could have done a way better job, but hey, it is what it is. And then I'm taking a bottom piece of hair just to wrap around the ponytail to make it look a little bit more natural. Of course, you know, a lot of people know it's not your pony, but you want it to look as natural as possible. So just getting some of the kinks out of that, and then I'm going to wrap it around that ponytail to provide another form of security to it. So the ponytail is secure, so I'm going to go ahead and curl the little front part of my hair just to kind of a little bit match the texture of the ponytail some, and just to add a little extraness to this look. But I am liking so far how it comes out, and I feel like it went really well with my natural texture of hair, if that makes sense. But of course, you can't forget those edges, so I'm going in with my edge booster. This is my favorite edge control. I've loved it. I haven't really gone back to using anything else, and we're just gonna lay those edges. I probably should have done this first before curling my hair, but I didn't really want to mess with it too much. But this is the final look. The ponytail is in. I'm going to actually add a couple more bobby pins just to make sure it's secure, just to make sure she is in for the night. But other than that, I really liked how this look came out. time to get this look finished off. Gotta do those lips. So I'm going in with my Juvia's Place. I believe this is the Brownie lip liner. I of course will have it linked below, but a very good chocolate lip liner. It goes on really well. It's similar to the eyeliner that I used earlier as far as like the texture of it, but I really love the color of this lip liner. And then for lipstick, I'm gonna go in with my Dose of Colors Knock on Wood matte lipstick. Love this color. It is the perfect nude, goes well with the brown lip liner. Honestly, you can leave this look by itself, but y'all gonna hear me keep saying this, I'm a little extra. So of course I want to go in a little bit later and add some gloss. Of course, gotta have that NYX Butter Gloss. I do have these in quite a few shades. They are super pretty on, but I'm going to go in with this more of like a pinky nude lip gloss shade, and it brings this entire look together. So definitely the perfect nude lip, and I feel like it goes well. Can't forget that perfume using my YSL Libre. All right, y'all, so this is the final look. I am loving it. We got our bodysuit and our suit shorts and our purse, and then of course I'm tall, but I got even taller heels, but my little Steve man. So let me go through it. This black bodysuit I believe I got from Nordstrom Rack, and then we got the Gucci belt. We got the suit shorts, which I got from Express a little while ago. Of course, if I can find these items, I will have them linked down below. But of course, I always just say, when it comes to planning an outfit, if you don't get the exact same one, but something similar, you was good. I got my little pouch purse. This is a Bottega, but this is like my little Steve Madden bag I got from DSW, which I think is still available. So of course we'll have that one linked down below. But I felt like it was cute, a little classy moment. And then of course, like I said, my Steve Madden, these are the Keisha sandals, and I got these from DSW. I've had them for a little bit, but I love how this look turned out, because it's giving slightly fall, but then it's also still, like I said, 80 degrees outside. So still a little warm, so I feel like I am ready for fall, but then I have dressed for the weather as well. Don't know if I mentioned this, going on a little girls' night to a sushi spot. The dress code did say business casual, but as y'all will learn with me, I just do the most no matter what. But definitely loving how this look turned out. All right, y'all, that is the final look. I love how everything came out. I love the brown smoky eye. Of course, as y'all saw, I had to keep on adding layers and everything, but I really love how everything turned out. The new lip, the pony, the hair, the full outfit. It is bomb, if I do say so myself, excuse me. But thank you so much for tuning in. Definitely keep tuning in, because I've got more coming for you all. Definitely like the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so you don't ever miss any uploads from me, and comment down below what you think of the look, what your plans are for fall, what looks you want to see from me. I will be happy to do them. Once again, it's your girl Bree, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.